Hello, and welcome to the WarGamePeace Podcast, Episode 2. I'm your host. You can call me Wargame. Okay, what's been going on the Twitch channel? Well, we've been playing Dave the Diver. Pretty fun game. It's on PlayStation Plus, I believe PlayStation Plus or Extra, and it's very fun. You dive into the ocean by day, catch fish, get treasures, and then by evening, you serve sushi in a sushi restaurant. Pretty fun. There's a lot of other games that get unlocked later, like opening up a fish hatchery, a underwater merfolk town. So there's a lot to do in the game, and I'm enjoying the exploration. And the sushi restaurant management is pretty tough. You gotta hire people, make sure you have all the ingredients from your dives, and I'm enjoying it. It's something new, and it's interesting. It's one of the best indie games I've played lately. Okay, so I had been playing Chess Ultra on the PS5, and whoo boy, I'll tell you, Chess Ultra gave me an ELO rating of 1200, and that is absolutely inaccurate and fake. It's just there to boost your ego, because Gator recommended that I try chess.com, and that they also have an app on the iPad that I can play on there. And chess.com is where the real chess community and chess masters go to play their games online. And oh my gosh, my ELO rating on chess.com is 300. It's not the 1200 that Chess Ultra gave me. Chess Ultra is a video game. Chess.com is the real thing. So yeah, I think chess.com started me out, or starts everybody out at 600 ELO rating. And I have just constantly lost and lost and lost against real people. Playing against real people and not the computer AI is the only way to change your ELO rating. And constant string of losses, and I am down to 300 something ELO rating. So that's an embarrassment. It's disheartening. I don't know where I'm gonna go from here. If I'm gonna continue playing. I know. Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing that my Chess Ultra videos, I posted my ELO rating in the titles. Is absolutely 1200 is nowhere in reality. So yeah, my real ELO rating is in the 300s. Okay, let's talk about some shows. So I've been watching X-Men 97 on Disney Plus, and it is unbelievably a continuation of the X-Men cartoon from the 90s that I used to watch. And these are storylines I remember, and also continues storylines from the comics that I used to collect in high school and college. The whole Bishop and Cable storyline is coming about. And oh man, seeing all those characters I loved in the cartoon, especially Jubilee, Bishop, Cable comes back. That whole Liefeld era of comics and the X-Men, the odd love triangles, like with Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Wolverine. It's very nostalgic, and there are some really well done episodes. There's an episode with Magneto at the UN, and he's there to make the case about mutants being accepted into society. Very, very well done, and you know, uh, inclusion. It's it's very poignant for today's society. We also have a very well done episode 5, where we get to see the mutant utopia of Genosha. And I can't tell you what happens, but nothing will prepare you for that episode. And I, yeah, I highly recommend X-Men 97 on Disney Plus. Another show I've been watching is Fallout on Amazon Prime, based on the popular video game series. It's about a nuclear wasteland and the people trying to survive in it. It's an alternate history where nuclear war happens in the 1960s, and some people are left on the surface, but other people got to live underground in fallout shelters called vaults. And those people are stuck in the 60s, in 60s society and values. And eventually some of them have to come up to the surface after 200 years and generations. And whew, the surface is, as a wasteland, a breakdown of society. People are just trying to survive and live their lives. And it's a dangerous place. And there's mutants, creatures, dangerous creatures everywhere. And we get to see this through the hopeful eyes of Lucy, who is one of the underground vault dwellers, who comes to the surface. And we also get to see a surface dweller, the ghoul. He's like a cowboy ghoul, who, through his eyes, we also get to see flashbacks of the events that happened just before the nuclear attack that started the whole thing. So it's very interesting. And we also get to see a member of the Brotherhood of Steel, a squire, Maximus. And it's very, very cool that they were able to do the power armor in practical effects and not CGI. So very interesting. Unlike Walking Dead and those post-apocalyptic genre of shows, where it's just pure misery, horror, and fatigue all the time, Fallout actually has a glimmer of hope and humor. So, there's something to look forward to, that hopefully maybe things get better. So I highly recommend this one. And it was approved for a second season. And I can't wait to see that. Alright, so what's going on in K-pop? Well, not much right now. But I do enjoy this one song, Could It Be by Yuki. I'm really liking that song. It has a really cool retro sound. And even my dad was humming it when I was playing it in the house. Very fun stuff. I really like that song. So, I finally finished the Moriarty, The Silent Order audiobook. Silent Order? Yes, that's what it's called. And it's the second book in the series, and it was very good. We got to see Moriarty and Sherlock come back from the dead. We also got to see Irene Adler come back. And hopefully, we'll see if she comes back again. But yeah, cool that they teamed up in the novel. because they were mortal enemies, and that was cool to see. And they ground the story to history, tying the events of the novel to the assassination of President McKinley. That was interesting. And unfortunately, their alliance doesn't stay around too long, as Sherlock, who fell from grace from the nefarious cabal and Silent Order, comes back to prominence after the elimination of Porlock. But yeah, I highly recommend this one. Very fun, great voice acting, and yeah. Another audiobook I finished was the Audible original dramatization of 1984. Whoa. It was, the protagonist was played by Andrew Garfield, and he does an excellent job. Excellent job on this one. And I had read 1984 way back in like 8th grade, because my mom would leave me and my sister at the public library while they went to work, after schools. So I would just spend all day in the library. And I found 1984 in the science fiction section. And wow, that was an eye-opener back then. And it's still very, very relevant today. Oof. Now, the audiobook, the actual audiobook, is about 11 hours. So this dramatization was only about 3 hours, 3.5 hours maybe. But Andrew Garfield gets down, the main points of the story, and just conveys that misery and hopelessness perfectly. Very, very well done. And after I listened to that, I watched the 1984 movie on Amazon Prime, and that was excellent. The sets, so good. I don't know what it's dystopian. I don't recommend it if you're prone to hopelessness and conspiracy theories, but it's very relevant about the dangers of totalitarian governments. But yeah, highly recommend those two, the dramatization and the movie of 1984. In hobby news, not a whole lot going on there. I did pick up the Kingpin miniature for Marvel Crisis Protocol, and Kingpin was one of my favorite villains from the Netflix Marvel series with Daredevil and the Defenders. So, and I'm really glad they brought back, is it Vincent D'Onofrio who plays Kingpin? So they brought him back to the role in the Disney Plus series Echo. And I'm hoping for a big story arc for that guy. So yeah, I'm glad to get the miniature for that. And not much in the toy collecting department, but I would ask you, please check out my YouTube Shorts section, where I pretty much display my toy collections and my painted miniatures and model kits. Yeah. Other than that, what else? I'm building a World War II, I think it's an M3A1 half-track for the Bolt Action Miniatures game. It's not a very good kit, and I kind of rage quit on it, but I'll finish it up and see how it goes. But, I mean, the half-tracks look cool, but this kit, I think it's undersized, and I also feel like it's not very good in that there's no guide pins or keying. So it's kind of like building a house of cards with glue. So it's just pieces come at it with right angles, and there's nothing to glue it onto to keep it stable. But, we'll see how the kit goes, and I'll post up pictures when I get it done. So yeah, Kingpin and the M3A1 half track? Yeah, that's about it. Please check out my YouTube shorts. Thank you, everyone. Alright, well, I guess that's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed. And, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the Twitch channel, the YouTube channel, the Instagram. I do this podcast so you guys can get to know me and the things I like. And, please comment so I can get to know you. Yeah, I hope we share some similar interests. And I'd like to hear what you're into and suggest as well. So, yeah. So a big peacekeeper salute to all of you. Thank you for listening. And I'll see you next time. Peace, everyone. Good night.